let's start looking at this function first. We have, maybe I'll zoom in a little. All right, so we do have a circle, right? So essentially what I do this, you guys probably done a billion of times, x plus 2 squared plus y squared equals to 1, right? This is my circle, equation of a circle on the complex plane. So I'm going to draw this here, x and y, and over here, -2, -1, -3. I will just try to draw a circle as perfect as possible. All right, so I get 1 and -1, right? Here and here. So imagine this is a perfect circle, okay? I'm not good at drawing circles. So when we are talking about like maximum arguments in this case, as you can see, all of the answers. So again, let me mention again: theta, pi minus theta, negative pi minus theta, and then in a way, or if you want, just pi plus theta, and then negative theta. Okay. In this way, or maybe I'll drop down to pi minus theta. Either way, what you want to consider. In this way, we can see that this is going to be our max angle. Why? Because we, first of all, we don't have any negative theta angles out here. Okay, we don't have any of that. Second of all, what was I going to say for the second part? Can't remember. Okay, leave me alone. Just first point. Okay, we don't have any angle that's negative. Oh, sorry. Second of all, we don't have any angle that is above 180 degrees. As we can see, the largest one is 5 pi on 6. Okay, so now we're going to figure out the maximum angle, right? This is my maximum arm. I'm going to name this alpha. Now, it will not touch. Actually, I drew this a bit wrong. It will not touch exactly on the top bit, okay? It will essentially be something like this. This is going to be my max, okay? This is my max. So essentially, we don't have it touching to the top. What do? We need to utilize your circle drill, which apparently it is compulsory now for year 10, but I'm not sure if you guys have skillfully understood it or not, because personally me, I'm not quite confident at it, but for this question, it will be really easy. What we have to do is extend a radius from our center up to this point such that we get a perpendicular, right? Such that they are perpendicular. Maybe I'll draw this a bit straighter. See if I can fix this. All right, so what we get is something like this. Okay, that just look a bit more bent. Okay, yeah, this time is better. So such that we get a right angle triangle. Why do we need this? Is that we can figure out this pi minus alpha bit. Okay. We can figure out the smaller angle, and then we can figure out our max c starting from here, right? Starting from your right-hand side positive x-axis. Now, what we have is on the x, I'll use a different color. On the x, we do have a 2. Okay, we do have a 2. Right, we do have 2 units from 0 to -2. And we know that from the center of the circle touching the circumference, what we do have is also 1 unit, right? Because this is our radius of the circle. We have a radius over there. And also, we do know that this side, right, it will be the last side will be, maybe I'll name it x, right? Our 2 squared is going to be 1 squared plus x squared. So essentially I get 4 equals to 1 plus x squared. I get 4 minus 1 is equal to x squared. 3 is x squared, and x is just equal to positive -√3. Now, here's the thing. It's distance, okay? So ignore the negative component. It's just positive √3. So we get √3 over here. I figure out the 3 sides now. All I need, well, you didn't have to technically figure out the 3 sides. What you can use is opposite over hypotenuse, right? So I get my pi minus alpha is equal to tan inverse. Oh, sorry, not tan inverse. We're using opposite over hypotenuse. So what we get is sine sine pi on alpha. Maybe I'll write it this way so it's easier for you guys to understand. So sine pi minus alpha will be opposite over hypotenuse. What we get is 1 on 2. So what we get is pi minus half is sine inverse of half. Okay. sine inverse half, and then I get my pi minus sine inverse half. I'll be getting my alpha, rearranging. Now, if you still haven't remember your exact angles as a full unit student, I strongly suggest that you remember all your exact angles, okay? So pi minus half, which is pi on 6, okay? Or this is equivalent to 30 degrees, okay? So that's equals to alpha, which is pi minus pi on 6 is just 5 pi on 6. And that'll be my alpha, okay? So for this question, we have our